Hey everybody, welcome to another Oakmont esports stream. I am Mr. Worden, Screaming Dagger, the coach, and we're going to be having another game of League of Legends coming up. We're playing against Valley View High School Eagles, and this is our team, Oakmont Berserkers. Let's introduce our players. We have Toby in the top lane. And Kian is jungling. He's also our team captain. In the mid lane, Akira. Our ADC will be Matt. And he tells me he has looked up what the buttons do on Aphelios now, so that's good. Just kidding. And in support, Cody. And it looks like something on that macro broke. But anyway, I'm here with y'all. We are partway through draft. We'll get that up here in just a second. Before we do that, I'd like to give a shout out to all the groups that support our organization. The Oakmont Parents Club, OPC is awesome. Teachers, staff, District Technology, Fire Up Esports Lounge here in Roseville, and anybody else that supported us in the past seasons as well. So thank you for that. All right, let me get you guys some draft info. Let's see, screen 2. There we go. It's nice when stuff works. So you guys can see, we banned out their mid laner with an Akali and a Tristana ban. We banned out their ADC with the Misfortune. We also kind of, Tristana flexes both roles. And then we're banning out the Lee Sin and the Briar on their jungler. We're leaving their top lane and their support wide open. On the flip side, looks like what they banned out was a Senna and a Sivir, neither of which we play, so that actually doesn't do anything for us. The Mordekaiser, we have seen a good Mordekaiser top, but our top laner has a champion pool as deep as an ocean, so we're not too worried about that. The Lissandra was going to be a possible counter pick against Tristana, so it's interesting they banned that out. That is something that does reasonably well into that pick mid, and their player has had a lot of success on Tristana in the past 10 or 20 games we're looking at their history. And then the Bard ban, I'm also a little surprised there. Anyway, of the picks that we do have, we got an Assassin versus Assassin mid lane matchup. There's going to be an Evelynn prowling around, which I kind of would love to see, even though that's their team. But we're not going to cheer for the Evelynn, but, it'd be interesting to watch. Set versus Pantheon, I don't know too much about that matchup, but I'll check it out here while we're waiting. And then we put our bot lane on their preferred comfort picks. That was our top priority for getting those drafted in, the Zeri and the Alistar. And then I think the set was designed specifically as a Pantheon counter, but again, I'll check on that soon. Meanwhile, coming from the other direction, with the Misfortune ban, we were pretty sure that their ADC was going to go on Jinx. And so maybe the Zeri Alistar should play well into that. I think Jinx does have a lot of a burst and scaling though, so we'll see how that looks in a sec. Now, we got about a 3-minute spectator delay to wait out. While that's going on, let's see if I can switch sides here. No, I can't. Okay. Yeah, Mobalytics isn't totally loading in everything I need for that. So let me switch and see if I can look up some game stats for you while we're waiting. Just a sec. I'd like to find out about that top lane matchup. I don't know much about that yet. So, set, top lane, counters, and set is countered by Vayne, no surprise there. Twisted Fate, also super in the meta. And I'm just going to search and find out Pantheon next. Hopefully Pantheon is at the far other end of this chart. Let's see here. Looking. Okay, yeah, Set has a 53.4% win rate over Pantheon. So that should be a place where we can pretty much shut the Pantheon down. That'll be nice. Also, I like the aggression on the Jax versus the Evelyn. Evelyn is so vulnerable pre-6 that if we just invade and bully the Evelyn right out of her own jungle, that would be interesting to see. So I'm going to be searching up Jax next, and I imagine that he does some serious damage to Evelyn. Ooh, actually, Jax tends to lose jungle matchups against Evelyn. I don't know if that's lack of pressure, but hopefully with a good team cohesion, our mid laner and top laner, whoever else, will have enough priority to support invades and keep the Evelyn on the defensive. And of course, hopefully our team also does a good job buying control wards and kind of just downplaying the threat from that jungler. So, let me see, I got a ping here. Okay, and I'm actually gonna drop voice here and go to mid-roll for a sec while I check in with my Overwatch team who are also starting. All right, so we're done with the 3-minute spectator delay. Here is our load screen. It looks like mastery levels are fairly low for players in general, although they're, like I said, Jinx was pretty much a sure thing once we banned out the MF. And the Pantheon, same thing. We were kind of expecting that. And yeah, should be a good match. So we'll be in-game here momentarily. Actually, just kidding. It looks like I'm getting the spectator glitch. If that doesn't change, I will reload in a sec and I'll pop back into the stream here momentarily. Yeah. Shoot. It also looks like Mobalytics is working, but not necessarily getting playstyles loaded up and stuff. So same relationship to that game loading glitch. Neither team outscales either. Our team is more balanced between AP and AD. Their team is very AP heavy, so possibly some magic resist items will be getting built here. We'll see what happens with that. And I think that this game client has completely lagged out. So I'm gonna go to standby for a sec while I try to troubleshoot that. Sorry about that, guys. Alrighty, here we go. Let's see if we get any kind of cheesy invades or anything like that. Just gonna check sound too. I did not balance in-game sound yet. Hopefully everything's okay. And I'm actually not hearing anything on it, so I'm gonna go work with some audio settings while that's all happening. So it's just gonna be on autopilot for a sec here while I get the sound figured out. Okay, I think I got the sound settings fixed. Looks like Evelyn is starting out with the invade. Ooh, that's actually a little loud. And hopefully you guys, if anything's wrong on stream, let me know. Tab out and check stream too. Okay, so I can't hear, but if stuff is good, let me know in chat if the stream's looking okay. Okay, and here we got that top lane matchup. Got the level 2 advantage and kind of abusing that. Jinx is going for some poke. They got the level 2 advantage as well. I don't think we should be fighting that in bot lane. I do like the idea of fighting that in top lane. Bot lane should just be letting this thing crash here, kind of farming up safely. And in the meantime, some good poke coming out from the ranged matchup on that Nico. It'd be cool to poke that Fizz completely out of lane beforehand. Oh, and Kian is going to be pretty sad there when he finds a jungle camp missing. Although with all the experience he's got, I'm sure he'll figure out how to deal that. Fizz goes in for his trade. Bam! Top lane! Got a kill already. Toby is dunking on that top lane. Like we said, that seemed like it was a deliberate counter pick to the Pantheon that we were kind of expected to lock in there. And look at that poke coming out here. Oh, Fizz narrowly escapes. Wait, he's not running. Oh, this is bad decision making, guys. When you're that low on health, you do not stick around to catch that wave. The Evelyn needs to power farm. She is not going to help there. Yep, that's a kill. So I know it's terrible to miss a wave like that, but you definitely want to recall in those situations. And honestly, Akira should be recalling too. With death timers as short as they are, he's not going to take a plate at this point. He really wants to just buy items, come back to lane, and continue that kind of possibility of snowballing there. Evelyn is clearing pretty fast. She is top tier jungler at this point. Got a whole lot of damage in her kit, especially if she sinks 2 points into Q. I'm assuming that's what she did. Oh, actually, she went QWE. So she was, I guess, worried about getting invaded there. And here we go. If they, let's see. So he doesn't even have teleport. If they're able to get him, this would be a huge setback for the Pantheon. Looks like you're going to have to let that one go. But with that amount of health missing, I don't think this lane is all that playable for the poor Pantheon up there. So Oakmont is doing well, pressing its advantages on that. Morgana able to do some long-range poke, and of course the Zeri's got to watch those shields, but that Q comes out super wide. And yeah, I'm going to go to auto cam her for a bit, just a sec. Check in on some Overwatch. Ooh, I hear some flashes happening. Let me see what happened there. Who burnt a flash? Oh, looks like that might have been a flash forward on the Pantheon and Set matchup. Yeah, that might have been an aggressive flash forward. Cody coming in to try to land a knockup, but does so under tower and takes a bunch of damage as a consequence. This matchup is starting to even out a little bit more. Fizz just getting relentlessly poked though, which is fantastic because I do worry about that melee versus range match eventually. Evelyn gives away her position there. She is going to try to contest Void Grubs. The Jack's taking a bunch of damage here. This is maybe not the best way to start it, but he has a 2-level lead on Evelyn. Oh, I'm sorry, that's our top laner. That's our top laner dunking on the Evelyn. Okay. In the meantime, oh, those Qs coming in from the Evelyn at long range could be pretty dangerous. We have lots of lane priority, though, roaming over with both our jungler and our mid laner trying to push that Evelyn off the wave. Set is going to need to recall there just to restore health, and Fizz momentarily gets a free lane here while we get those objectives contested. All right. And, all right. Just checking in on my Overwatch team. They're also playing a match right now. Cool. And yeah, Oakmont's off to a pretty good start. We're up 1.4k gold, and it's only 7 minutes in. And a lot of that gold is concentrated in the hands of mid and top. Speaking of which, looks like at some point Akira was able to get the kill on Fizz, and I may have missed that. Nice dodge of the E. Nice chunk of damage there. Ulti comes out. Stun comes out. Electrocutes procs. Good amount of counter damage given how interestingly everything was going. And I didn't know that the Nico can actually bait tower aggro. Oh, is that ignite? Oh, that was a good ignite by the Fizz. Sorry about that, Akira. That was otherwise pretty clean. But yeah, a surprising amount of counter damage coming through from the Fizz. And of course, electrocute and all that stuff. Nico not being too tough of a character. So I do kind of worry about that mid lane matchup in the long run. But even then, by the long run, we should be so far ahead in top and jungle. Hopefully it's not an issue. Eve finally will be coming online here pretty soon. She should be about done with her level 6. And at that point, a regular ward might not cut it. We're going to need a full control ward. Looks like the Zeri's done an okay job poking down the Jinx. Kind of a low threat there. And we got another scenario here where, yep, throwing them out of tower range, getting the kill, proxy farming it up, getting the plates. Yeah, it's probably not too fun to be in top lane right now. Lots of poke coming out. Ooh, now that Nico is in threat range. This Fizz gets a really good engage that Nico's dead. So Akira has got to play super safe. Looks like he's trying to bait the E forward. And I don't know which one was the decoy at first. That was some good decoying. It's hard to tell sometimes. But yeah, getting a recall there. Is Fizz going to try to roam to bot lane? No, he's just placing vision. Okay. In the meantime, I don't think I'd even want to be this Evelyn. I mean, this would not be like my favorite lane to gank necessarily. It looks like they are going to get the shutdown on that. So well played to our opponents from Valley View High School, the Eagles. Fizz might be able to get a plate here. Nico is saving TP, walking back to lane, really not concerned about that plate. And looks like we're making the call for Drake, knowing that Evelyn should be farming topside, and in fact is spotted on a ward, maybe? I'm not sure if we got vision with that ward there. She comes out of stealth whenever she hits a camp. They're taking a recall. Yeah, this first Drake should be pretty much free, so that's good news. Oh man, one thing I want to do, there's a way to go into the settings. Ooh, Jinx Rocket, landing some damage. Yeah, there's a way to go into settings and unlock like a third-person rotatable camera where you can zoom in and zoom out and get some different angles and stuff. That's something I still have to do on the streaming PC here. And this might be plate number 3 for the set here. That is our top laner, Toby. Just racking up the damage. Oh! Has to jump away. So low. Jax comes in and cleans up the kill, though, and Jax is now going to be hunting Evelyn. Although, her coming in and out of stealth. Has anybody on my team bought control wards yet? Looks like, yeah. our support has. Gonna have to be a little bit careful here. It looks like our support's still coming back to lane 2. Zeri should be able to hug the tower though and be fine for now. 2-level difference up top side here. And if Eve shows herself bot side. Oh, you know what? We're getting deep wards in to be able to track the Eve when she comes out of stealth. I think that's a great idea. I forgot to see who got those wards down, but that's awesome. Top should have no lane prio here. That should be a pretty safe set of void grubs. Here comes the Eve though. And okay, this actually could be a big problem here. So stun comes through. It's going to be a whole lot of burst damage coming down. Eve uses her ulti to escape. Flash is burned as well. And I think our top lane may just be able to finish the job here. Problem, of course, with is Eve is coming in again and coming in on that damage. Hey. Okay. All right. Yeah, so that Eve is starting to pay some dividends. And looks like Cody goes down. Let me see if I can get a quick replay on that fight in bot lane. So I do like the kind of joint positioning here. And Cody is getting that aggressive knockup. Flash is burned. And it looks like the combination of the CC from Morgana and the ulti used from Jinx. So that was 2 ultis used in bot lane to be able to take Cody down. I think that was a pretty good engage overall. I'm more worried about losing our lead in top with these fights with the Eve getting involved. Eve is now 2-0-2. It's been pretty successful there. And actually, that has evened up the gold lead. Okay, so it's Cody going in for those deep wards. I like it. Risky, but we do need to track the Evelynn. I don't think we win this under tower. On the other hand, we're so close to taking that tower, it is tempting. And which one was that? Was that the real one or the fake one? I guess that was the real one that was charmed. Always hard to tell. I like that escape tool. All right, Oakmont pulling ahead a little bit. Good CS numbers out of our bot and top lane. Mid is still fairly comparable. The set is dunking on people and picks up another kill there. We'll need to be careful though. And I think just the Eve by themselves, they may be able to I don't know. It's a full health, fairly fed Eve. Lichbane's done, Sorks are done. The set's pretty tanky though, right? Stride Breaker? I'm not sure. Alright, at least W's spent. And I think that was a bad face check here. The Eve may get away. I think Toby's baiting the Eve here. I don't know. Well, playing it safe is fine too. Alright, starting this up ninja style. Eve is still top lane, waiting for that kill on Toby. And the Eve can just like leave and come back and leave and come back and keep recharging health. On the flip side though, it's nice that while she's top, our jungler is getting some work done on objectives on the bot side. Oh no! Oh man, that is so close. And that was a kill on Fizz. Dang it, I missed it again. Oh, Jinx Rocket comes in. Oh, ouch. Uh-oh. So we got the Rift. Can the... Oh yeah, I think the Jax beats Evelynn in a fair fight. The whole point of Evelynn is to not fight fair. Oh wow, couple kills coming in. Might have one more here. Let's go, Oakmont. Way to go. That just snowballed our lead. 2 objectives, 3 objectives recently. Couple kills up. Looks like we got a Rocket Belt Nico versus a Storm Surge Fizz. I think Storm Surge got nerfed pretty bad, but it might be up in the meta here. And I think that might have been a misclick by the Fizz just chumming the water. I don't know. Was that ulti that just went off? Let me check. Hold on. Fizz. 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 No, maybe that wasn't. Might have been something else. Bot lane, I think tending to win lane a bit, but just not able to put down a ton of pressure. Cody going for the disengage. This is going to be a disaster for Oakmont though, given how separated those 2 opponents were and how much damage the opposing team can put out. So that is a decisive win for the Valley View High School Eagles in bot lane there, with Eve contributing a ton of damage. And again, I think this is actually pretty risky play here. I don't know if we can go dunk on all 3 of these characters. Luckily, the Morgana stun doesn't go through. And this might be a isolated Morgana now, left to die by their ADC. The root versus the stun. 1 or 2 more dunks. Let's go! Nice job, Kian, evening that back up. We're now even in kills down there. Although they are going over to our jungler and not our ADC. That's okay though. Farm on the ADC looks great. Meanwhile, Toby top lane just pushing the wave. Looking to take possibly this next tower here. Came in just a little too eager. Pantheon wrapping around for the flank. Eve coming in from the other direction. This could be bad news. And trying to get out of there before all that damage connects didn't quite work. So he's going to take the early escape route and get back out of there to safety. I don't think Pantheon can do it. Oh no, with the Eve here, he's dead. Yeah. That was a good try though. I like that escape attempt. Ooh, and I missed some action here. It is going to lead to outer turret collapsing again, so that's great. It's like Cody was wrapping around there to try to zone people off. Akira playing nice and safe. Up a level on the Fizz. And up a kill as well. Still, I think, gotta respect that Fizz. Not play too aggressive. Chum in the water comes up. Doesn't do all that much damage, but this follow-up combo sure does. And let's see if Zeri can clean up this kill. I don't think they can. Alright, we see some lane rotation starting to kick in. I like the timing by Oakmont. You know, right after that first tower comes down, they know what to do. Yep, next Drake coming up soon. Got some control wards in place. Might not have more control wards. Zeri putting a little poke down, defending that ward. And, okay. Rift Herald's doing its thing. Oh, we're going to ride it. Here we go. Man, these things are hard to steer. Looks like we did a good job, though. And that is a lot of firepower coming down fast. We lose a support. They lose a mid laner. I think that's a worthwhile trade. And they lose their ADC as well. So we now have the damage we need to potentially push Dragon. With Toby having put a bunch of damage down on top lane. Goes in for a fair trade without the Pantheon there to back him up. Is able to dunk the Eve. Sorry, Evelyn, not Eve. And opting for progress on towers and cracking the base over the Drake, I think I like it. I think we can do the Drake at any time at this point. It'd be nice to stack that third one, but maybe this game, just the pressure and the vulnerability on the base is a better use of time. Ooh, damage coming in though. All right, people coming off respawn. Maybe time to back up there and regroup around Dragon. Do we have adequate vision control? We have 2 control wards. Really want to get one of those down as soon as possible. They see us coming. I guess we're just going to burn this down so fast they won't be able to get here in time is the plan. It's a valid plan. I like it. Good damage coming out of multiple characters there. And they should be able to get out of there safely. I don't think the Eve wants to challenge that to a fight without the rest of the team coming. But the Zeri, I think, is overextended here. I am expecting the Zeri to get picked off here in just a second. This is not a good situation to be in. Yeah, that was a positioning mistake. And we can look at that from vision perspective later. But overall, not a great deal. Should be able to catch this wave just fine. In fact, if the Jinx isn't careful, I do think the Jax could engage on her pretty quickly. Stealing a couple camps, that'll do. And is this a place where we can sync up pressure in at least 2 lanes and then just steal Baron real quick? Huh. Got some weird stuff popping up. Hold on. Okay. Other team probably feels like we're doing Baron if they don't see us on the map. Yeah, this is a nice thing where, like, if we just leave vision and we've got pressure in at least 1 or 2 lanes, they might not know where we're at and all have to come to respawn potentially and waste their time to do that. So just, that's a case where leaving vision is probably a good thing. Good pings coming out, tracking the Evelyn. I like that. And I think we're looking to split. Okay, we pushed a wave all the way up here. Getting back out of there. If they have to send one person to that side of the map, that gives us a little bit of a numbers advantage topside here. And do we take this? Can we just dunk that forward? I don't think we win, but who knows? Maybe we do. Wow, double kill over to Toby. Congrats. Oh man, you always think you got set low and then that shield comes in. Haymaker, whatever else it is. All right, going for a Baron call. Got our fire support coming up here. Should have plenty of damage to burn this down. Plenty of health. And if we can even zone this Jinx off. Jinx ulti is a possible steal threat, you know? Oh, wow! A steal from the Jinx! That is horrible! Oh, man. Well played. Shout out to TER Jimmy. That's got to be frustrating. I don't think it changes the overall story of this game, though. We'll see what happens. Wow, and the Jax just, you know, dodging damage right and left. Does have to retreat out of there. Shocking, though, that he survived that long. And if this, yep, I was going to say if this Fizz isn't careful, the CC and damage is going to just take care of him. That assassin is too easy to just delete. More health coming back. Where'd that health come back from on the Jax? Ah, and Evelyn gets caught out. She is dangerous, but oh so squishy. Pantheon goes down. I think at this point, health steal is just going to make contesting this impossible. Morgana is running for her life. She flashes, gets dunked back. We have an ace. That might be game, folks. Let's see if they can crack the Nexus in the next, 12 to 20 seconds. It's definitely a possibility. And this should be it. All right. Well, good game. Shout out to our opponents for playing hard and keeping it going right up till the end there. Especially that Jinx steal. And I will get right into the next game here as soon as it starts up. I should be able to stream. Actually, you know what? I may not be able to stream this whole thing. I do have to head out. So, heading back to, let's see, sorry. Screen 1, screen 0, replay. Let me go back to base mode here, just a sec. Don't quite have all my buttons set up right yet. But I should have a couple replays for you guys in just a second. So let me get those. Oh no. It didn't successfully dump the replay buffer. I thought it was. Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. I hit replay 1, 2, and 3, not dump the buffer, and then rename. So, hey, Uncle Russia, thank you for cheering. Oh, healing was for Thundering Sky. Thanks, Kian. Good stuff. Anyway, I may not be able to stream the second game, so thanks for tuning in, and I'll get you guys a score report by email or whatever else. So have a good one. Catch you later.